Travis Kelce has never been shy about expressing himself, but when he sat down with Taylor Swift in the cozy studio of the New Heights podcast, the world got an unprecedented glimpse into a side of him and his relationship that is rarely exposed. "Whenever I'm with her, it feels like we're just two normal people," Travis admitted, leaning into the microphone with that easy confidence that NFL fans know so well, but now layered with the vulnerability of a man in love. "When there's not a camera on us, it's just the two of us in love. People might perceive it differently because everything we do is tracked, talked about, and analyzed, but the reality is it happened very organically. Nothing I've ever done has been a controlled or organized process. We fell in love just by being ourselves, by being in the same room, sharing laughs, values, and moments that made sense for us." The words hung in the studio air like a warm embrace, and you could almost feel the intimacy radiating through the screens of fans around the globe. This was a rare and unfiltered window into their lives, a stark contrast to the meticulously curated images often seen in tabloids or social media feeds. And make no mistake, this wasn't a typical podcast session. This was an event destined to become viral history. Taylor, radiant in a soft-hued pastel top that shimmered subtly under the studio lighting, glanced at Travis with a playful smile. "Such a nice color on you," she said gently, her voice laced with warmth, the kind of tone that can only come from someone who truly knows another person. Travis, never missing a beat, responded, "Yes, I know. It's the color of your eyes, sweetie," and that simple, tender comment elicited a smile from Taylor so full of delight it could have lit up an entire city. "It's why we match so well," he added, the chemistry between them undeniable, sending viewers into an instant frenzy of swooning and speculation about how a love story like theirs could feel so effortless and yet so monumental at the same time. And as if to punctuate the perfect blend of humor, charm, and anticipation that had been simmering throughout the conversation, Taylor leaned in and laughed, her eyes wide with excitement, and exclaimed, "We're about to do a FK King podcast." It was the kind of spontaneous, adorable interaction that fans live for, and one that set the tone for the rest of the August 13th episode, promising a combination of playful banter, heartfelt confessions, and insider glimpses into their personal dynamics that few have ever had access to. Every viewer knew that this wasn't just about talking music or sports. This was about opening a door into the private world of a couple whose relationship has dominated headlines and captivated audiences for 2 years, a world where every glance, touch, and joke carries the weight of both history and intimacy. Taylor's announcement of her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, was seamlessly woven into this intimate narrative. She reached into a mint green briefcase adorned with her initials, TS12, and pulled out a blurred album cover, building anticipation as only she can. "So, I wanted to show you something," she said, smiling at Jason Kelce, Travis's brother and co-host, who immediately erupted in excitement, yelling and laughing at the surprise, while Travis chimed in with his own delighted exclamation, "T2." The interplay between the three of them created a layered, authentic experience for fans, blending familial warmth, romantic chemistry, and celebrity spectacle into one electrifying package. Every detail, from the careful timing of the release at 12:12 a.m. on August 12th to the artfully blurred album cover, was a calculated yet intimate gesture, reflecting Taylor's mastery of storytelling and fan engagement. Social media erupted as clips circulated, with fans expressing awe at the simple yet profound intimacy on display. "Suddenly, my entire personality is just waiting for Wednesday," one excited Swiftie wrote, perfectly capturing the anticipation building across the globe, while another pleaded, "If I'm dreaming, do not wake me up," highlighting just how rare and special it is to witness a moment like this, where the biggest pop star in the world and one of the NFL's most charismatic figures open a window into their lives without filters or scripts. Beyond the surface excitement, the conversation revealed deeper truths about their bond, how shared values, humor, and the ability to simply enjoy each other's company have allowed them to maintain authenticity despite the pressures of fame. Travis spoke candidly about how organic their connection felt, how every laugh, every quiet moment, Every look across a crowded room contributed to a love that is both intensely personal and, paradoxically, globally scrutinized. Taylor, ever the storyteller, complemented his reflections with her trademark grace and subtle humor, turning each anecdote into a moment that fans could feel, not just hear. The dynamic between the couple was complemented by Jason's energy, his laughter and playful teasing, creating a layered auditory experience that made listeners feel as though they were right there in the studio with them. The episode didn't just tease the new album, it painted a portrait of a relationship built on genuine affection, shared humor, and mutual respect, offering fans a multi-dimensional experience that transcends the usual celebrity announcement. From subtle physical gestures, a hand resting briefly on another, a knowing glance, a gentle squeeze, to the verbal cues that revealed the depth of their connection, every detail was a breadcrumb for fans to dissect, analyze, and celebrate. And while the album itself is a monumental moment in Taylor's career, with her signature blend of musicality, storytelling, and emotional resonance, the episode allowed it to be contextualized within the broader narrative of her life and relationships, turning a release announcement into an experiential event that transcended traditional media formats. Viewers were given the rare thrill of seeing Taylor's creative excitement manifest in real time, from her playful interactions to the carefully orchestrated suspense of revealing her album cover. Travis's reactions, equal parts admiration, pride, and genuine affection, enhanced the narrative, giving fans a layered understanding of their relationship while simultaneously hyping the album's release. The episode also hinted at behind-the-scenes details of the production, teasing the careful choreography of moments, the placement of props, and the subtle staging that allows an intimate setting to feel cinematic, reflecting the way Taylor and Travis understand the value of both spectacle and sincerity. As fans dissected every clip and image, the discussion extended beyond the couple, inspiring a wave of speculation, fan art, and online discourse about the intersections of pop culture, sports, and romance. The anticipation built toward the full episode release on August 13th, promising hours of content that would expand on this initial glimpse, offering deeper dives into song inspiration, relationship anecdotes, and the lighthearted moments that define their connection. In the end, this wasn't merely a podcast or an album reveal. It was a cultural event, a shared experience between fans and artists, a story told in real time, where celebrity and authenticity intersected.